Hi, it's Sylvester, and I just made a video talking about how I'm trying to complain less, so I don't know if this video counts as complaining, but I think of it more as explaining myself. So anyways, I want to address this because this is something I've made a couple of videos saying that I am not on hard drugs and I've never been addicted to hard drugs. And every time that I made a video like that, I've always deleted it because I get in my own head and I feel like the more I sit here on the internet saying I'm not on hard drugs, the more people think that I'm on hard drugs and that I'm just denying it. And it just really upsets me because I've always been pretty upfront about the drugs that I've done in my life and about the experiences that I've had. I'm a very sincere person, and it bothers me when people believe things about me that aren't true. And I just want to say that I have no issues with anybody who struggles with addiction of any kind. I myself am a recovering marijuana addict, and I know there's probably plenty of people out there who think that I'm still smoking marijuana. I'm not. Marijuana has started causing me to have extreme panic attacks, so I haven't smoked it in many months, but people probably don't believe that. People probably think that I'm just sitting around smoking weed all the time because nobody believes what I say, and it bothers me so much. And I know that that's a reality of life, is that people aren't going to believe you about things. Like there are people who probably don't believe that I have the mental illnesses that I have. There's people who probably believe that I was just faking my psychosis. There's people who probably believe all sorts of stuff about me, and I can't control what people believe about me, and I can't control what people think about me. And that's one of the things that bothers me the most in life. It's one of my biggest pet peeves, is the fact that I can't control what people think of me. I can't control what people believe about me. And it just really, really upsets me. But the biggest reason why it upsets me that a lot of people throughout my life have accused me of, well, not to my face. That's the thing, is like I haven't been accused to my face of being a crackhead, but one time this guy that I worked with came up to me and said that there was a rumor going around that I dropped out of university because I became addicted to crack. And that has bothered me ever since. And ever since, I've just been convinced that all of the people around me secretly believe that I am on hard drugs, that I'm a crackhead, and it just bothers me so much because I don't know how to prove my innocence. I don't know how to prove these people wrong unless I take a drug test and literally show everybody the results. But even then, people can just say that I faked the results. So there's nothing I could do to prove my innocence, and it bothers me so much. And I know I'm making a big deal out of this. I really am. And this does seem like I'm complaining, and maybe I am complaining. I guess I am complaining. This is, I guess, a video of me complaining. Well, whatever. It bothers me so much because in 2013 I was kidnapped, and the man who kidnapped me, he would gaslight me constantly, and he would always psychologically abuse me by constantly accusing me of things that I didn't do. Primarily, he would accuse me of doing drugs behind his back, and he would accuse me of sleeping with people behind his back. And I have no issues with people who are promiscuous, and I have no issues with people who are addicted to substances, but just being accused of stuff that I didn't do drove me crazy. It actually drove me freaking crazy. And it was every single day he would accuse me of stuff. If I ever left his side for 2 seconds, even to go to the bathroom, he would accuse me of something. And he'd accuse me of stealing. He would accuse me of he just was constantly making accusations against me, and I never had any way to prove him wrong. Even if I was with him 24/7, even when I went to the washroom, he was with me. There was no possible way I could have done drugs without him seeing. He would still be well, I wasn't paying attention, and so you might have just done drugs behind my. Did you do drugs? He was just he would accuse me anyways, even if I did everything I possibly could, and we went to the hospital a couple times to try to so I could get a drug test so I could prove to him that I wasn't doing drugs, and that never worked out. He claimed that I don't even want to talk about it. Why am I talking about this? the point is, no matter what I did, he would find a way to be like, you're lying, you're denying it, you're making up excuses, you're faking drug test results. Like, no matter what I did, he would always find a way, like, you're working with the doctors, so the doctors are faking your drug test results for you. And like, he just like constantly found ways to accuse me of stuff that I didn't do, and it bothered me so much. And so it really bothers me to think that there are people out there who think things about me that aren't true, that there are people out there who believe that I'm doing things that I'm not doing. There are people out there who think that I'm a crackhead when I'm not. There's people out there who probably think that I'm promiscuous when I'm not. And again, I don't have anything against people who are promiscuous, and I don't have anything against people who suffer with addictions, but I hate that people believe things about me that aren't true, and that people have this idea of who I am that is just not true. And when I'm hanging out with people, there's always that thought in the back of my head, the paranoid voice in my brain. And when I say voice, I mean metaphorically. I'm not actually hearing voices right now. I used to hear voices, but I'm not hearing voices currently. But there is that the paranoid thoughts in my brain that are like, these people believe secretly that you're on drugs. These people believe that you're doing this or that or whatever. And like, it just makes it hard for me to be around people, because there's always the part of me that's questioning, like, what do they believe about me? What have they heard about me? Do they see me the way I see myself? And oftentimes I get the impression that people don't see me the way that I see myself, that people don't see me in a flattering light, and and that people think things about me that are probably not true. And I'm saying probably because I don't really know what people are saying about me behind my back. I don't really know what people believe about me behind my back, because like, it's behind my back. So like, how would I know unless somebody comes up to me and tells me what people are saying about me? But like, people don't generally do that. It was just like that one guy that I worked with who told me what people were saying about me. And like, you know, if that guy hadn't told me, would I not be so paranoid about this? Would I be okay? Like, am I only paranoid because I know that people were saying that behind my back at one point? Like, if that guy had said nothing to me, would I have just been blissfully unaware? Or like, would I have noticed that people were treating me differently or treating me a certain way? And would I have assumed that it was because people believed things about me that weren't true? Like, I don't know. I don't know, but like again, it just really bothers me. I hate it. I hate it so much because there's no way that I can prove my innocence. There's no way that I can prove who I am to people. And in my videos, I try to be so sincere and so real, and like I open myself up to a degree that I probably shouldn't, because I just want people to see the real me and to know me the way I know myself, and to see me the way I see myself. And it feels like the more I put myself out there, the more it backfires and the more people misunderstand me and take the things I say the wrong way, or like read into something that I say in a way that I didn't intend, or like, it just it bothers me. And like, I don't know how to have it not bother me. And man, this video has been complainy. I said I wouldn't complain, and I'm complaining. I'm sorry. I don't know. That's all. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Stay frosty. I mean, I'm not done. No, I'm not done. I'm sorry. Screw it. I'm gonna complain more. It's just like it's just like with the guy who kidnapped me, where once people believe that I'm on drugs, there's like everything I do makes them believe it harder. Like, if I'm hanging out with a friend and then I ask to use the bathroom, then like the whole time I'm in the bathroom, I'm thinking like, they think I'm doing drugs. Like, they think I had to go to the bathroom because I needed to do drugs. So I'm scared to go to the bathroom when I'm around people. Or like, and I pee a lot. Something you might know about me if you've been in my life for a long time is that I especially when I'm anxious or when I know that I'm not going to be able to access a washroom for a while, like I'm a nervous peer. And so and like, I do just like kind of have to pee a lot in general. So, and I've spoken to a doctor about it before, and he said it was just anxiety. So There's nothing wrong with my bladder as far as I know, or my kidneys as far as I know, but I pee a lot. And so, if I'm around somebody and I have to pee, I'll be thinking like, oh, but I just peed. They're gonna think that I am doing drugs, and it just, or like I get acne a lot. And so I have like red spots on my face, and I always think like I'll like pop a pimple, and then it'll people I'll think that people will think that I'm like picking at my face, and they'll think that I'm on meth or something. And so like even just having a pimple causes me so much anxiety, because I'm thinking like everybody thinks that I'm on meth. It's just a pimple. How do I explain to people that it's just a pimple? And like, like little things like that, where it's like everything I do I feel like makes people believe that I'm on drugs, and I'm not on drugs. And I've never been addicted to hard drugs. The only drug I've ever been addicted to is marijuana, unless you count Diet Coke, because I used to be straight up addicted to Diet Coke when I was in high school. At times, I went through phases where I drank a lot of Diet Coke. So caffeine, I guess. I've had caffeine addictions throughout my life. Oh, and I'm addicted to cigarettes. But like, I've never been addicted to crack or heroin or meth or cocaine or like LSD or shrooms or like anything harder than marijuana and tobacco or nicotine, I guess. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Again, the harder I try to defend myself, the more I convince myself that people think that I'm on drugs, because it's just like I feel like everybody's thinking like, look at how defensive he's getting about it. Like he clearly is upset. He wouldn't be this upset if it wasn't true, because he'd just be like, whatever, it's not true, and he'd just like blow it. But like legit, I get so in my head about this kind of stuff, and I get like so like it bothers me so much to think that people believe things about me that aren't true, and to think that people think that my psychosis was caused by hard drugs, or like I tried to trigger warning suicide. I tried to kill myself last year by overdosing on lorazepam and sleeping pills, and the lorazepam was prescribed me. The sleeping pills I just bought at the pharmacy, and so it was no illegal drugs. I did not overdose on any illegal drugs, but I was talking to the girl who found me, because when I was overdosing, I went out into I tried to leave the apartment building for some reason. I don't remember why, probably to have a cigarette, but like I don't know. And so I collapsed, and somebody called the ambulance, and so I was talking to her, and she said, yeah, when I found you, I could tell that you were probably overdosing on something. I didn't know if it was on purpose or if it was an accident. And like even that just set me off, because I'm like, what do you mean you don't think you didn't know if it was on purpose? Like you thought it might have been an accident? You think that I was just doing drugs casually, that I was just like what kind of drugs did you think I was on that I would overdose? Like it just like bothered me so much. Like, of course it was intentional. Of course it was an attempted suicide and not just an accidental overdose. And so the fact that people in the building probably think that it was an accidental overdose because I'm just over here doing crack and shit, like it just bothers me so much. It's like, I'm not. Like, and like, I don't know, it shouldn't bother me this much. It really shouldn't bother me this much, but it really affects how people treat somebody else. When they believe that somebody is a drug addict, they treat that person differently, And so like people treat me weird, and I don't know if it's because they think that I'm a drug addict. You know what I mean? Like, and like, would people be nicer to me? Would people treat me differently? Would people treat me better if there weren't rumors going around that I was on drugs? Like I don't know. I don't know. Like, would people take my psychosis more seriously if they knew that it wasn't caused by hard drugs? Would people have more sympathy for what I went through with my psychosis if they knew that it wasn't caused by hard drugs? Would people, because people don't have sympathy for people who are on hard drugs. They don't. And yeah, and so like I just feel like people treat me like I'm some kind of hard drug addict, and I'm not. Like I'm a recovering marijuana addict, and I know a lot of people who casually smoke marijuana, and they don't treat people who smoke marijuana like they're addicts, And so like, yes, I am a recovering marijuana addict, but like I don't expect people to treat a recovering marijuana addict like an addict, like the way you would treat a crackhead, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't even know. if what I'm saying makes sense at this point. Again, I'm complaining. I'm sorry. I just, yeah, I should go. I should go. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Stay frosty. Bye.